Morning guys, it's 7:30 on New Year's Day 2021 and I've gone down with Syndicate for a session and it's bloody freezing, but we're gonna give it a go. I've gone down this end because I felt I heard something down here this morning. There's a nice wind trickling into this corner. I've not seen anything else anywhere else, so I know of a few spots out in front of me. A lot of the other swims I haven't fished yet, so I thought I'd go in one I've already done. I know some spots, so I can keep the disturbance to a minimum. Yeah. It's the reception area over there. You can see the lights. Yeah, we'll give it a go. Just watching the water now, see if I can see anything show itself. First light's always a good time to try and spot something. Quite a cold wind. It's coming from the north easterly. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't want to set up in that and probably go on the back of it. None of the big girls have been out yet, so I thought I'd try something different. And plus, I know the spots in this swim, so that's an advantage straight away. Saves me trying to find some spots. Just getting light now. Just going to watch the water for a bit though, and if I see anything then I'll maybe move in. But if I don't see anything, I shall stick some baits out here and give it a go. It's not going to get above 3 degrees here today. So it's going to be a cold one. This is the scene at 8:30. Just had a quick cast with a lead just to check the spots, make sure they haven't changed, and they have slightly but not too much. Good thing is though, I've seen a few fish out there where the well, just this side of where those coots tufties are. spot's not too far away from that. Couple of clear areas down that way. So yeah, I've got 3 spots sorted now. So it's going to get rigged up now and get them out there, give it a go. Nice to get out though, not been out for a while, so yeah, really good. It's 10:30 now, just got my rods out and put the right in the middle rod out towards where I saw that fish, sort of out there, where those coots are, sort of 15 wraps, sort of clear silt with sparse bits of weed, and left hand rod, it's gone out the same distance towards sluice swim. Same again, silty bottom, sparse bits of weed. So those blasty coots keep diving down, trying to eat my small patches of broiler crumb. Bloody pain in the arse things. I haven't put a lot out, a couple of spombs over each rod, just some cell crumb, some smart liquid, some Baileys, a little bit of the old cell hook bake enhancer in there, give it a bit of flavour. Nothing yet. Seen one fish in the area this morning, which is good. So sit and wait now. It's a problem with winter, the long nights. It sort of doesn't get light till sort of 7:30. It gets dark about 4. It's a long old cold night. My toes are freezing. Got 2 pairs of socks on, ski tex boots, and they're still bloody cold. Just gonna keep my eyes peeled and put kettle on, I think, have a cup of coffee, and hope for the best, really. But yeah, I'll have to give you a quick look. Nice swim. It's my camp. So at the moment it is camping video, not fishing video yet, so I haven't caught anything yet. My rod's out. Pressed with these reels. Smooth as fuck they are. Lovely reels they are. Crystal clear water. Well, at least one 50-pound fish to go out in here, I think. Arnie, common. I think the half Lynn died, that was another big one. Some lovely scaly fish in here. I'll try and put up some pictures for you of what other people have caught, because I ain't caught nothing from here yet. To be fair, this is only my 2nd session on here since I've joined. I'm also a member of Runkton, which is over there, which I've done a few nights on. I've caught a couple of tench out of there, no carp yet either. So I really need to get one under my belt, even if it's a small one. I don't care, just something to get me going, something to give me a bit of confidence. I'm fishing leg core helicopter setups with wafters, sail wafters out there. So yeah, as I say, you've got to be in it to win it. I'll give you a bit more of an update later on. See how we get on. I'll show you the rigs later when I bring them in. Rigs and bait. Yeah, I think I'm going to go put the kettle on. Right there, guys. Little update. Nothing as of yet, but still loads of time to go. It's bloody freezing. My toes are absolutely freezing, and I must be mad, but I love it. So it's better sitting at home, innit, in front of the radiator with the telly on. But no, partly confident. Got 2 rods out near where I saw a fish. Got another one over in a quite a good area. Keep getting picked up by the coots, which is annoying. Don't know if they're picking the boilie up or it's just they're knocking into the line, but they're an absolute nightmare. I've only put a couple of spombs of crumb out and they're on it, so I'm not going to bait up again now until the evening when I redo them. I'll redo them just to make sure that the wafters are still intact from the birds, and I'll show you the rigs that I'm using then and bait that I'm using then. But it's really quiet, but good. I've seen a fish. That's the main thing. That's got to keep me confident. Yeah, so it's better than not seeing anything. I know the guy up the other end come up here when that fish showed, probably looking to get in the swim, but I was already in it, so maybe that's a bit of luck for me. I stood here for about 2 hours this morning, just looking out at the water, waiting for a show, and I thought, yeah, I saw one right in front of this swim, so which was handy. We've got a nice northeasterly wind blowing down here. Well, it ain't nice, it's bloody freezing, but most people will be on the back of that, and I was even thinking of going on the back of that wind over the other side of the lake. But there's a fish down this end on the wind, so could mean something. There's only 2 or 3 people on the lake, so it's not very busy. So which is a good thing. Yeah, I'll give you a little look. Yeah, it's pretty freezing. Done to this bloody GoPro. So it's new to me, this GoPro, which I'm going to do a bit of video on it and see how it turns out, because I might just use this. It's a lot smaller than the big camera I used to take. It would be bloody handy to leave that big thing at home. Good camera, but bulky. New Christmas present that off the missus. Actually, it's really good. I've got all the quarter compact cases that go in the bags. I think I've got like seven of them in there, and I mean you can get so much stuff in them. And another thing that I bought, I'm not trying to pump tackle here. Not sponsored by Cord or anything, so I'm not getting anything out of this. But this tackle box is amazing. You can get all your rubbers, your hook beads and your rings, spare swivels, you know, the no trace beads, rubber beads, clips. So that's full of all my different swivels, hook swivels, quick chain swivels, Ronnie swivels, the lot. And then this one's got all my kickers and aligners and sleeves, anti-tamper sleeves. And then you've got that leader thing there. Get a little rig board. Get these things as well. These things as well, but I only haven't put anything in them yet, so I've still got room for that. I had one of those old Nash boxes before, and you can get 3 times the amount in one of these. It's unbelievable. About 50 odd quid, but well worth the money. See how long it lasts. Good bit of kit. Now let's have a look. Give a little look at the lake and listening to me waffling on. Right, so you've got the reception over there in the far distance. Reception swim. Looks like someone's just gone in there by the looks of it over here. There you've got 1, 2, I think it's 3 swims along that far bank. And I think you've got another 3 swims along the causeway bank between Runkton and Vinnitré. And then this is the first swim that you get to from all the way from, well, there's the other swim there. So all the way from this corner of the lake all the way down to here. This is the first swim. And then you've got 1, 2, 4 more swims up to the point. And then there's 3 more the other side of the point up to the lawns swim, which is quite a nice swim. Point's a nice swim, always busy. Was going to, stand out on the point and maybe fish from there if I could, but the sun was already set up there. And there's the points there, look, just through the trees. The sun was set up in there, so I walked down to this swim because I fished this swim before, so I sort of knew a couple of spots, which, believe it or not, I'm actually fishing. I've gone out further because the weed's a lot lower this time of the year. Before, the weed was sort of here, you couldn't get any further out than that, sort of around here, but it's died down now, so I've gone out over the back of it because it's only like low lying, about 8 inches high at the moment in places, with silt spots in between. And I've seen a fish, so, and the guy up on the point saw the fish as well and come down here. I was going to come and have a look in here, but obviously I was in here, got in here first. Bit of luck, I suppose, because I would have been up there, standing up there where he is, looking out. Might not have seen it. Yeah, that wind's cold, really cold. So you've got north to south, east, so that's east. I'll get my bearings right here. No, that's east, that's west. I'll try and put a picture of the Google Earth or something up with it on, so you can see it, and I'll show you what swim I'm fishing in, and a map of the lake. And I said I'll put some pictures up. If I haven't put them up already, I'll in the video. I'll put a few pictures up of some of the fish in here that's been caught, so you can see what there is to go at. But yeah, I'll keep you updated. Right guys, little update. No fish yet. Sorry I can't update you with a fish, but it's very quiet, to be honest. Seen a few fish moving out in this area here. Not a lot though. A couple of little blips where I saw the fish this morning. I've got 2 rods fishing out in that area anyway. Coots have been an absolute nightmare. Picked my baits up a couple of times, so in probably about an hour's time I'm going to have a re-chuck, put some fresh baits on, put them out there. Probably wait till it's just getting dark, and then I'll probably put a few spombs of boilie crumb over the top of each rod, and that'll be that for the night, to be honest. No point putting too much bait out if nothing's really happening. I just want some sort of attraction in the swim. I did try and go through the bait earlier with the GoPro, but it ran out of battery, so I'm going to try and do that again in a minute, just to show you what I'm using. It is literally just boilie crumb with some bay leaves mixed in with the old Smart liquid and hook bait enhancement stuff from Cell mainline. Give it a bit of attraction, plenty of attraction, but not much food, and a nice 18mm wafter on the end. I'll show you that in a minute, but I'll shut up for a minute and you can just have a little look for a minute. Someone's moved into the reception swim over there. Someone in the point swim. I think he may have moved from right point to left point, and then there's someone right round the corner down there in the lawn swim. Yes, nice. Been overcast all day. Been like this all day. Bloody freezing though. My toes are absolutely freezing. Definitely gonna have to invest in a new pair of boots, because these Ski-Tex ones, they're alright when I first got them, but they're shit now. Absolutely shit. My little home. I do like this one. Let me walk you down here. Look. This is it's a little backwater there. Look, this is end nod. Dominates quite a lot of water. And if you walk just down here, look, I'm not going to go too far because it's only 15 yards down the bank. And go into this swim so you can see it. And this one's first nod. It's a nice swim, but I mean in the summer there was a lot of weed up in front. You could only really cast sort of 20 yards out, but there's the point. That's the point round there to the reception, and I'm fishing down there. Yeah, another little view of the lake. Yeah, nice. This all grows up in summer, all willow, and it's really nice actually. Bivvy back down in there, look, nice and private. Yeah, nice. Sluice swim, patio swim. I think that's the boat swim. Let's get back to the rods, because you never know. Just never know. It takes 1 minute, doesn't it? As you can see, look, the water's crystal clear. I'll get back to you in a minute. And I'll show you those rigs and bait. Right, I'm just going to go into rigs quickly. I'm not going to delve too deep into it. Just show you what I'm using. Very simple helicopter setup. The beads set about, I don't know, 8 inches up because of the silk. 2.5 ounce lead just to get me out there. And I've got a boom with fluorocarbon boom down to it. It's like a combi multi-rig. It's an Albright knot, bit shrink tube over the top. Liner, shrimper liner. Slip D style, so that will slip down. With an 18mm sail wafter. And you know that goes, so I've checked in the margins, drop it down, sinks really slowly, drains out the end of the hook. You've got that bit of movement on the end to allow the fish to pick it up. So yeah, that's what I've caught my last couple of fish on. So you know, that's not the rig I would suggest to use here, just or anywhere. Just you've got to use something you're confident in, that you think's going to work right for the spot. And that, you know, that's what I see that works right for the spot, because you get picked up a lot by the coots. I'm not saying it's going to reset and be fishing again. Hopefully you're going to get the odd one that snares up or doesn't go back right, but 90% of the time it will reset, so you're still fishing. But I'm going to go now. I'm going to get these 3 new fresh hook baits on, because it's getting dark soon, so I want to get 3 rods out. Off now. Right, a little update. What have I got to report? My toes are frozen. No fish. Haven't seen another fish yet, but I'm feeling confident. Starting to drizzle a little bit, so hopefully the temperatures won't drop too bad tonight. And the rods are out, so got to think positive, haven't you, in these situations. Can't let it get you. So I'm hoping for one tonight, and if I do, I shall update you then. But if you don't hear from me, you'll see me in the morning when I'm probably frozen, and I'll update you then. I'll give you a quick look at the lake before I go back in the bivvy. There you go. Still bleak, still cold. Someone's just moved in to the patio swim over there, which is handy. Not. Well, you might push the fish this way, I might push the fish his way. Or we won't have any fish in front of us at all. So one way or another, we're doing what we can. So coots are still being a pain in the butt. Diving on my rigs. I haven't put any bait out because they're an absolute nightmare. All I've done is put fresh hook baits on. I might put a couple of spoms over each rod just as it's getting dark, or in the dark. We'll see how I feel. But hopefully I'll be updating you later with fish. Fingers crossed. Bye for now. Morning guys, I've just got out of bed. An uneventful night. Very quiet, to be honest. Not even the coots have picked me up this morning, which is a little worrying, whether my rigs are presented or not. I'm going to find out when I bring them in, but there's no point having a recast now because I've only got a couple of hours left, so I'm just going to leave them in place. Didn't even hear any fish last night. Very quiet night. Got a nice, well, I wouldn't say nice, it's played cold, but there's a nice wind blowing down this corner of the lake, which I always like. Yeah, you just got to keep your fingers crossed, I suppose. I'm just going to have a cup of tea now, first cup of tea in the morning, and then I'll give you another little update. Yeah, let's have a quick look. Nice little wind, nice little ripple blowing down into this corner. Don't know if you can see them coots out there. Over my boat. It's getting a bit misty in there because of the kettle. But I'll speak to you soon. Morning guys. Thought I'd just give you a little update. Nothing really happened in the night. Very quiet. The wind died right off. It was like a mill pond out there. It was lovely. Lovely for hearing fish. But I'm afraid I didn't hear any fish, that's the problem. Quiet all round from what I've heard anyway, but you know, there's still the positiveness of being on that fish I saw yesterday, which could mean all the difference. Yeah, nice, as you can see, look, nice little breeze, nice little ripple coming down this end of the lake. The birds seem to like it more down this end of the lake for some reason. I don't know why that is, but if the birds like it down here, then for food or something, I don't know, then the fish might feel the same. But definitely more bird life down this end. Haven't had any issues with them this morning, which is a surprise. Because yesterday yesterday they picked my bait up a couple of times from the spots. It makes me worry a little bit that the rigs aren't presented well enough on these casts. But they went down. I felt them down, which is, you know, which is all that really matters with the type of rig I'm fishing. As long as you feel it hit the bottom, light or hard, then you should be fishing. Well, I'm going to have a cup of coffee now, first cup of coffee in the morning. And just watch the water and listen and see if I can see anything. I've got a couple of hours left, and then I have to go home. I'll be back. I've got to catch a carp from here. It's a bit of a nemesis water for me. Not had anything from here yet, so that itself is a challenge for me. I don't care how big it is. It could be the smallest carp in the lake. I'd be really happy. Yeah, I'll give it a little shot at the lake level. Nice gravel pit. Love it. When I get up, I shall talk to you a bit about what the lake consists of and the fish that are in it. What's to go at. Maybe put a few pictures up of the lake and the fish that live in here. What fish I can find anyway. There's only a certain amount of fish you can find on the web with this. You sort of got to find it through people that you know that have fished here and caught the fish, to be fair, on Facebook or something, because it's quite, you know, people keep a lot of things quiet, I suppose, nowadays, so, until they're done, if you know what I mean, until they've had what they've wanted from the lake. Just not to give up any of their areas or ideas, I suppose. But it's only fishing, so I don't mind. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Right guys, just gonna show you those bits of bait that I was gonna try and show you earlier, but the GoPro battery died, so I'll show you now. But basically all I'm putting out is just some cell boilie crumb, which I've crumbed up with the quarter crusher, which absolutely kills your hands, and I'm going to try and find, maybe use a food blender before I go, because that thing kills your hands. And then at home I'm just adding Bailey's Irish cream in there, the thinner one, the thinner liquid first to soak in overnight, whilst it's defrosting. So it soaks it in, so there's more traction out in the water, and then I'm adding some of this stuff. It's got all the active ingredients, the same as the activator and the baits in. Smells nice. And then I'm putting the thick one in last on top with a Smart liquid, which is, what's it got in it? It's got like the glycerin in there and stuff like that, fats and minerals, just a bit more of a traction, which goes up and down through the water column. And anything to try and pull them down this time of the year. And then on this session I'm using 18mm cell balanced wafters with they've been glugging in the Bailey's Irish cream with the hook bait enhancement, and a bit of the Smart Cell liquid on top for a good couple of months now. That's all sort of soaked in. A bit more traction, and then I've got new 15mm as well if I want to drop it down a size. But with the size of hook I'm using, because of the weed and stuff, big fish, possibly big fish, I want to I like the way the 18mm just sink down really slowly with the weight of that hook, whereas with 15mm on the same size hook would go down too quick. And then I've got some cork pop-ups in there, white ones, and some match the hatch corkable pop-ups, and then I've got a few pop-ups, pink and orange, just in case I want to just fish a chod or a Ronnie rig or something like that on the end of the hook. Well, I'm going with what I had my fish on I didn't do a video of this, I should have done, at Churn Pool in November. I was just fishing that wafter rig. I'll put a couple of pictures up of those fish. New PB mirror for me, and they're stunning fish, really scaly, lovely fish. I'll be going back there next year. but that's why I'm using them here, because I've got confidence in that rig now. I know it works. I had two takes and landed both, so the fish to hook catch ratio is pretty good on that. So why change something that works? Obviously, depending on what sort of terrain, ground you're fishing over, then I'd think about changing it slightly. But fishing in little clearings in the silt or sparse weed, you can just take the top bead up on your leg core to suit the ground you're fishing over, and it'll just, on silt it will just settle down, on gravel it will settle down, and on weed it will settle down. So I'm going to tinker about with it a bit, try and get it a little better, and that's what I'm going with at the moment. There might be times where you want to blast a single hook bait at a showing fish at range, then I might put a chod on or something like that. Or if you're fishing over particles and you put cut tiger nuts on the hook, on that, you put whatever, a couple of peanuts on it, a couple of almonds, whatever you want on there. It's quite a versatile rig, I think. Yeah, I'll talk to you a little bit about the lake now, right? So I'll run you through. I'll go out there and do it, and I'll run you through the swims and what I know about the lake. Right. So basically, I'm in end nod. Then you've got the sluice swim, the patio swim, boat swim, first swim, snag swim, the opposite corner snag swim, bumpy swim, high swim, reception swim. And then down from the other end, my far bank, you've got the lawns, the coffin, the lazy. Then you hit the point, you've got right point, left point, and then after the point you've got dead tree, first nod, and then into my swim, end nod. What I take of it, this is probably the shallower end. I haven't actually had a marker float out. I haven't actually had a marker float out because I don't like thrashing the death out of the swim, and yeah. So I think this is more the shallower part of the lake, and then it gets slightly deeper down near the road bank. Acreage, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I would say 12 to 15 acres maybe, something like that. A gravel pit. It's a silt covered bottom with the odd gravelly area, but very weedy in the summer. It's like a football pitch out there in the summer. You can't, where those coots are out there, you can't cast. Well, you could cast a rig, but you never get the fish back from it. So you find yourself fishing in between holes in the weed, or up against the weed, down the margins, or just over the back of the weed, not too far over, because obviously you don't want to lose any fish or tackle in the weed. Fish stock wise, well, I'm guessing here, but I'll try and update myself on this when I can with maybe a couple of the members that have been here a long time, but I'd probably reckon about 70 fish, 50, 70 fish. You've got the big common which goes over 50, Arnie. There was a mirror in here called Halflin which died. I think there's a fish called baby scale. There's a cracking mirror in here. I'll try and put some pictures up on this. A pretty one, I think it's called. And then there's some others, but black spot, which has a cracking fish. I will try and put pictures up on these. because I've got a few people I'm friends with on social media that's caught them. But yeah, there's some cracking fish to go at in here, and it's just it's just my type of water. Clear, weedy, plenty of sort of features, like the weeds, like features, isn't they? Islands with the weeds, basically islands with channels in, with holes around them and stuff like that. That's the way I look at it. Sort of gives you plenty to sort of fish to. But you know, it's not a high stock. It's not an easy water. But yeah, I like it. I'm gonna stay on here for as long as it takes to catch a couple of the big ones. Really like to catch the big common Arnie. It's a cracking looking fish. Black spot and a pretty one, and baby scale maybe. They're all target, you know, you've got to have targets, haven't you? But at the moment I'd settle for one of the smaller ones, to be honest. Yeah, what have we got on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 anglers. 5 anglers, ain't too bad. I'm also a member of, over there, over the causeway, you've got Runkton, which has got some cracking fish in as well. So it'll probably be a mixture of videos of Vinitro and Runkton. But I'll save the information on Runkton for when I'm over there fishing. But that's probably a little bit bigger than this, with a couple of 50s in maybe now as well. So yeah, we'll save that one for another time. But there's a little bit about the lake. Can't fish the road bank, obviously, or bait up from there. You've got the reception swim and the lawn swim can all fish along that bank, which are pretty good areas. The point swim's obviously the one to be in if you want to try and spot fish, because you can see down both ends of the lake. And then you've got all the day ticket. You've got the boating lake over the road lake. You've got Triangle, which is over the back of that. I think that's a Syndicate now. And then if you walk through that way down past Runkton, you've got East, Cops, West, Ivy, Triangle. Yeah, they're day ticket waters. Obviously Ivy is half day ticket and half Syndicate from the sport water sports thing. But there's plenty of water around here, and you just never know. But you've got to be, you've got to get out there and do it to be in with a chance, and you won't catch them sitting at home, as they say. It's not a runs water. You might get 10 fish in a season. You might get 20 in a season. You might only get 2. You might only get 1. That's all it takes for me, though. If it takes a little while to catch one nice fish, then I'm happy. But I'll update you a bit later with what's occurring. Before I leave, give you a little roundup of the trip. Right. Bye for now. Well guys, it's nearly time to go home now. Thought I'd give you a little update. Not seen anything. Not had any liners. Keats have been leaving me alone as well, so that's a little bit of a worry that my baits are still even fishing properly, which I'll find out when I bring them in. Yeah, really quiet, but nice gentle breeze pushing down here now. Sun's trying to get through, look. Oh, nice. I'll try and get down there as soon as I can again to give it another go. Work and family permitting. But yeah, it's been nice to get out. Been nice to do another video diary, which I'll like to get back into a bit more now. So yeah, I'll be trying to document as many of my fishing trips as I can, and I hope you enjoy them. So you may see me again with a fish, fingers crossed. But if I don't see you again, then bye for now, and I'll see you next time. Cheers for watching.